Changemakers, and welcome to The Core, sponsored by Red Apple EdCo. This is your Everything Education podcast. We talk about current events, books to read. We interview education leaders, hear their stories, learn from their biggest lessons, and they share what they wish you knew about what it means to be in education today. I'm your host, Dr. Kia Turner. Buckle up for small seeds of inspiration that can lead to big changes in your classroom practice. Let's take a bite out of today's guest. Hi, you guys. It is Dr. Kia here at ECET2 on the Bayou. So today, check it out. Because y'all are probably like, Kia, you are really flooding our email inboxes with all of these posts. And what else are you doing on a Friday? Netflix binging, you might as well watch this channel. Back to me. We are at ECET2 on the Bayou, and I have with me, introduce yourself.
I'm Marvin, Rainey. I'm a principal in Kettle Parish, Shreveport, Louisiana.
Okay, and so are you a first-time ECET2 attendee, or is it your second or third?
This is my third time.
Oh, I remember the last two people have last two interviews have all been people who first time never heard of it. How did you hear about ECET?
Well, one, I know Nicole, and Nicole got me into working with it and doing it. And so
Nicole Nelson.
Yeah, Nicole Nelson.
Check Twitter. That's my homie.
And the first time she asked me to come be an opening speaker for it. And I came and did opening speaking, and then I told her that I wanted to present because I'm a math teacher by heart. Still teach math. As a principal, I still teach math every week.
Okay.
So I came and did a math session, and I just been doing sessions ever since then.
Please tell me what it was like that first year. Were you terrified? Was this the first time you presented in front of people? You like...
I do a lot of speaking, public speaking, but I was scared. I mean, because it was the first time on stage, no script, just going off what I know. So it was a little scary, but I mean, hey, I made it happen.
So tell us what kind of public speaking you do. Principal public speaking.
I do a lot of I do a lot of ed leadership training. I am a lead principal here in our district, and I'm in my district is in my school is in a cluster called the Transformation Zone, where the superintendent took the 10 worst schools academically in our district, and he put them in a cluster by themselves. So our schools are very non-traditional. They are very, very innovative, and so we do a lot of Ron Clark approaches in our school.
I've heard of something like this. I'm from Missouri. I think they're doing something like this next door to us in Kansas, taking some districts and allowing them to kind of, schools, allowing them to kind of rebrand themselves and try some innovative out-of-the-box approaches.
Exactly.
Shut it down. So what's the approach at your school is?
So pretty much my school, we call ourselves the Kid University. So everything around our school is decorated into a university. The classroom got a university theme. We have university boards across the school. Every staff member, when you come into our school board, I made a billboard with all of our wherever college we graduated from. So it's just university theme throughout the entire school.
Shout out Rockhurst. Okay, go ahead.
Grambling State University.
Okay. And so, are you guys doing like college prep IB curriculum? Is it an elementary school?
I'm sorry. It's elementary. It's an
so.
Elementary school. For the last 3 years, we was a pre-K3 school.
Okay.
And now we are pre-K5. So we
Okay.
And so we run a lot of initiatives. One of our main initiatives is a STEM initiative called I Learn. And so pretty much what we do interdisciplinary in subjects, like we try to teach math, but we try to teach reading, science, social studies, all in the math subject. So we just do a lot of STEM activities where every Friday we call it STEmatic Friday.
Okay.
And so from 8:30 to 10:30, our school operates like a STEM factory. Any classroom you go into, we'll be doing STEM activities.
That is a great idea.
Our kids really love it. They don't miss school on Fridays.
How did you come around to decide to do that?
Well, one, I'm just an innovator by heart. I take a lot of educational risks, I'm going to be honest, to change. My kids, they come very struggling. They don't like school. So I have to do things that will hook them on school, and then I don't have to worry about them getting there. So pretty much how we started the process is my superintendent, or my boss, director, took us 4 years ago, took us to the Ron Clark Academy in Atlanta and just told us to just write down everything we can that we can put in a public school to do at a public school and change a public school. And so that's pretty much how we came up with all the innovative stuff and the STEM and all those kind of things. So we just think ideas and we make it happen, to be honest.
I love that you all took a tour of schools to kind of gather ideas. I'm always pushing, y'all know this, for teachers to get out of where you are at, get out of where you are to go see what somebody else can do with the same kind of kids. We're not going to get anywhere if you're just sitting in your own district, in your own building. Y'all already tried what you know.
I definitely agree. It totally changed the dynamics of our school. I knew my vision that this school would come to pass if I can get my struggling kids to like school. And To this day, if a parent don't tell one of our students that they're checking out and just come check them out, their kids gonna fall out in the middle of the floor because they don't want to go home. They're hooked truly on school. We still have our challenges, we still have our issues, of course, but our kids, even our struggling kids, love coming to school.
I love that. So tell me, 3 years later, what has you still coming to ECET?
What
is this conference doing for you?
Well, one, I'm going into the next level. I'm in the last stages of my dissertation. I want to do consulting work on the side.
Up top. Up top.
So pretty much what I want to do is, like, I just got accepted into this national fellowship. There's only 30 people in the entire country is accepted into, and I'm one of those 30.
Congratulations.
It's dealing with just leadership. And so my job is, I take it as my charge is to train people to be great. Average is just not good enough, and good is just not good enough, to be honest. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going into now leading instruction and content, math, all of those things. I've done those things for the last 15 years. Now I'm going into the ed leadership approach and training leaders to be great leaders.
I love that. Tell us about this fellowship. What's the name? Can we know yet, or is it?
Oh yeah, you can. No. Paul Bremick, the guy that writes Leverage Leadership and Data-Driven Instruction, he runs his own leadership, 1 year leadership, where you study completely under him for 1 full year. And so pretty much it's very, very competitive. And again, it's open to the entire country. And so only 30 people are selected from the entire country. Well, I was one of those. You have to be nominated by an alumni who has gone through the academy. Okay. And so my previous boss went through the academy last year and nominated me, and I got in this year. So pretty much what we'll do, we'll travel to New York 6 times a year and just do intense study about data-driven instruction, culture and climate, the 7 levels of leadership, and really grow. And once we finish the leadership process of the institute, we'll be able to be a national consultant under his name brand, which is Paul Bremick brand. And then you have opportunities to open up your own schools in remote areas if you would like to. So I'm excited.
You doing that and your dissertation?
Yeah.
Okay, no pressure.
I'm excited. I'm truly excited. Well, one, this year our teachers got a new evaluation system called TAP. So I stopped my dissertation because
TAP?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I stopped my dissertation to learn TAP because I can't train teachers and grow teachers if I don't know the process.
Amen.
So I stopped the dissertation, and so just as soon as when I'm going to pick it back up this summer, God has just expanded doors open and got into the academy. So now I got to balance both of them.
Yeah. That sounds like you are doing a lot. So what are you getting kind of out of ECET then? What is this conference doing for you?
Well, anytime I can see a teacher change or a leader inspired, that means I've done my job.
Hey, so, I love that. That needs to be like the tagline. So when you start consulting, like, anytime I can see a teacher change.
So that's my passion. That's my high. That gets me excited just seeing teachers motivated, leaders motivated to change. I mean, I think all leaders can be great. I truly do. But it just takes someone to do instructional coaching with them and show them what greatness is all about. So that's my whole passion, and that's why I come to ECET, just to share the knowledge.
So this is kind of like really kind of a training ground, kind of to your presentation method, ideas, things like that. You can kind of toss them out here and get feedback while you're still going through the development.
Exactly.
That is great. And you help teachers in the process. So really we get him for free. What he's really saying is right now, this is for free on the love. Okay?
Exactly.
On the love of education.
Only because I'm an ECET fan. I'm a true ECET fan. I promise
but
you.
It won't always be, is what he's saying. Everybody can't get this.
I'll give him a discount though. I'll give him a big discount.
He can get the discount, but he giving it to ECET because ECET been working with him from the jump.
Right.
That's what he's saying.
They let me do my guinea pig training. They let me come here and practice on the people. So I got the opportunity to travel. And last month I got the opportunity to travel to Trinidad and do some trainings and some workshops and those kind of things, and was quite impressed. But I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for ECET. So, ECET, you making a way for me.
Amen. Yeah. That is the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Won't he do it?
Okay. So tell me one thing that you are seeing in your... Y'all listen, I can't keep hiding it from you. You work with me, y'all know. So, one thing you're seeing in your practice right now that excites you, it sounds like you've been a lot of places. You kind of have your eyes on a lot of different things happening in education. What's one thing going on, even in your practice, that is really exciting for you right now?
Well, one thing that's very exciting to me, I'm a very humble guy. I'm going to be honest, but I'm very confident in my practices.
Hey.
And so one thing that is really exciting me now is that, one, I'm going to say it's an excitement, but it's excitement, but the initial part doesn't excite me. What I'm saying is a lot of principals, a lot of leaders, instructional leaders want to be great.
Yes,
but they don't have the instructional coach part where somebody can truly coach them. And so that's exciting me because it's groundbreaking news for me. it's a passion of mine. So I'm really being an advocate for it, saying, hey, these leaders need leadership coaching. They need instructional coaching. Somebody needs to break through with it. And so that's what I'm doing in my district. Anything that I do in my district, I don't hold it to myself. I beg my superintendent to let me talk to principals, to let me talk to lead teachers, to give that knowledge back. So that incites me just to train leaders to be great leaders.
So I was just sitting down with Kathy Giles Spivey.
Mm-hmm.
She's here, and she is a real advocate for teacher development. And what I hear you saying is not only that layer, but leaders, after they assume the role, still need development as well.
Exactly.
And that's something that potentially be getting overlooked. And I would agree with you. I talk to teachers, principals, people all over, all the time. And one of the things that everybody is still hungry for is the opportunity to get better.
Yeah.
Like, we are forever teachers.
That's
even when you move up out of the classroom, even when you move into other areas, that desire to help others grow stays there.
Absolutely.
So I think that it's really good that you've identified kind of this white space. Like, what are we doing to develop people who already have the jobs? We assume principals already know.
Yeah.
We assume that once you done got
I know, and they're in the top, and you know,
let alone assistant superintendent, that you know what you're doing. And so I like this idea that, you know what, you need a coach too. You need a leadership coach, even beyond the classroom capacity. Right. Okay, so what's one thing that you want to walk away from this weekend, definitely having done, one message you want to have delivered, something like that?
Well, two things. This conference is important for me for two reasons. Number one, I'm going to do a night on tomorrow.
Hey, me too.
And I'm going to just really celebrate teachers and let them know that it's important to teach the child and not the situation. In a lot of our schools, what is happening is teachers look at where our kids come from, they look at our kids' backgrounds, they look at their home environments, and they begin to teach them to those things. But you can erase all those things. And then when you teach kids for kids and you teach them high quality education, regardless of who they are, where you are blindsided by everything they come in the classroom with, those kids will excel. So that's what I'm going to talk about in my speech. But for my presentation on tomorrow, what I'm going to talk about is one of my groundbreaking leadership. It's going to be the first time I do a leadership session. All of my sessions been math, but this session is so important to me because in the matter of 3 weeks, I've had 6 principals to reach out to me and ask me, could I be their personal coach? Because they're seeing the things that I'm doing in the district, they're seeing all the accolades and all those. None of that matters to me. I just want, because they reached out to me, I feel it's a charge for me to come and give them some knowledge of how to be great or be a great leader. So I'm excited about that.
I love that. Okay, before you go, if we want to keep up with you and we are not here in Louisiana, how do we find you? Are you on Twitter? Are you on LinkedIn? Are you on Facebook? Where do we connect?
Yes,
You have a website. What
you can follow me on Facebook. Marvin Rainey is my name. Look me up on Facebook.
Spell it for us.
MarvinRainey. I'm going to be honest, my Facebook page, I do a lot of education promotion. I promote my school. It's just a positive, factual page.
Good.
I'm on Twitter, but I don't really get on it a lot. So
That's all we have for today. Thank you for listening to The Core. Wherever you are listening to us, be sure to like our show, subscribe, and share the episode that's meant the most to you. We appreciate every single one of our subscribers, as do our sponsors. We look forward to seeing you next week. You can also check us out on YouTube at Red Apple EdCo. If you'd like to see more video of these conversations, we have them posted there.